Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video. So it's been a while since I've done one of these, and I'd like to start doing them more consistently, but I can't really promise anything. So as you can see here, today we will be ranking the tracks from the Island Jam. So this jam, unlike other co-op jams, there were no disqualifications this jam. Every track was made co-oply. Is that even a word? I don't know. Whatever. So, yeah, there's not really much else to say, so let's get started. Alright, for our last place track, we have Bounce 3, Stranded, by ManResU, better known as Love Life and T-Pose 024, and myself, originally placing last. So, there's not really much else to say about this one, other than just saying that it's last, because it is obviously a joke track. It is the third installment into the Bounce series, and it completes the trilogy. It is the last installment, other than Bounce 4, which a lot of people hated because it was actually good. Yeah, there's not really much else to say about this one. It's just a joke track, and it's not intending to be anything more. So, yeah. That's going to do it for Bounce 3, Stranded, by me and ManResU, better known as Love Life and T-Pose 024, and also known as Incognito. Holy shit, this man needs to figure out his username. Alright, well, that's going to do it for this one. Alright, and for our fourth place track, we have Heavenly Utopia by Spy Kid and Jaden, originally placing third. So this track, it looks very nice, and it's pretty good in my opinion. However, there are a few things lacking about it, and that is the layout and the fact that it is pretty unfinished. There are a lot of KCL bugs. I mean, for the most part, I think it's finished, but it just is lacking in quite a few areas. The gameplay, it's fun, but it's not the most interesting. It has some interesting shortcuts, but overall, it's just somewhat unfinished, and I prefer some of the other tracks to it, though it is, like I've said before, still very good. So that is going to do it for Heavenly Utopia by Jaden and Spy Kid. Alright, for our third place track, we have Carrington Cove by Toxic Prime and JDS. This track originally placed fourth. So, this track, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not a huge fan. There are some somewhat boring parts, and it's just overall the layout isn't too interesting, and the race isn't too interesting. However, the reason it is above Heavenly Utopia is because it feels more complete. It doesn't feel as unfinished and unpolished as Heavenly Utopia, and I do like some of the visual elements to it. Overall, I am not a huge fan of this track, but I do think in some ways it is better than Heavenly Utopia, so that's why this is here. So that's going to do it for Carrington Cove by Toxic Prime and JDS. Alright, for our second place track, we have Cosmic Cascade by Bear and Redefy, or Redefy, not sure how you pronounce it, but whatever. This track originally placed second. So, at first glance, this track looks really nice. It is very nice. It plays pretty well, and looks very, very great. However, there is a few reasons this track places second and not first. And as it did in the original jam. So, this track, it's kind of unfinished. On the bridges, there are some KCL glitches, and there's one spot that is extremely dark, like, way too dark. Overall, this track is very solid, though. Yeah, not much else to say. So that's gonna do it for Cosmic Cascade by Bear and Redefy. Alright, and for our first place track, we have Ring of Fire by HMan6516 and Shield. In my mind, this track is the clear winner, no doubt. It might not look as nice as Cosmic Cascade, but there is so much polish on this track. It feels so complete. There's a custom tricking animation, which you might have seen already, and if you haven't, you'll probably see it again. There's edited objects. It's just overall a very, very great track. It just, you can feel how much work was put into this track, and in my mind, it is clearly the most deserving of this win, which is why I'm giving it to it. Yeah, it has interesting shortcuts. It's not the most islandy track, but whatever. Yeah, there's not really much else to say. Just a phenomenal track, and I can't believe it got rejected from CTGP. Alright, that's gonna do it for Ring of Fire by HMan6516 and Shield. Alright, that is going to do it for today's video, guys, and if you enjoyed, be sure to subscribe and like if you want. I mean, I don't really care, because I just do this as a hobby, but if you want to see more, be my guest. Yeah, once again, as I always say, if your track placed lower than you thought it should have, it's nothing against you, it's just my personal preference. Yeah. There's not really much else to say. I'm going to try and do more of these very soon, although don't expect the next one for quite some time because it's going to take a while to edit, because there's 17 tracks. So that's going to be fun. Might do it in 2 parts, haven't really thought about it yet. But yeah, so that's going to do it, and I will see you guys on the next one. Alright, bye.